Have you ever noticed how a quiet retreat can turn into a full-blown mess in 1 second? One slip on a wet step, one broken chair, one bad van ride, and suddenly you are not thinking about sermons anymore, you are thinking about medical bills. When you get hurt at a religious retreat or on a mission trip, the big question is simple. Who was supposed to keep you safe? We look at the place, the trip organizers, the people running the buses, the volunteers, and sometimes the outside vendors, because blame can hide like a kid behind a curtain. The first job is to gather the facts before they wander off and disappear. We want photos, witness names, medical records, sign-in sheets, texts, emails, trip rules, and any waiver you signed while trying to find the snack table. People often think, it was church stuff, so nobody can be sued. That is not how it works, because faith does not erase duty, and if someone acted carelessly, the law can still ask hard questions. Maybe the floor was slick, maybe the hiking path was unsafe, maybe the bus had bad brakes, or maybe the team pushed people to do work they were not ready for. Injuries do not care if the event had a guitar, a prayer circle, or matching t-shirts. We also check where the trip happened, because location changes the rules fast. A retreat house, a public campground, a foreign mission site, and a rented van can all point to different people and different insurance policies, like a weird little board game no one asked to play. Then comes the paper trail, which is not glamorous, but it is the backbone of the case. If the organizers had safety plans, training notes, maintenance logs, or warning signs, those details can tell us whether they tried to be careful or just hoped for the best and crossed their fingers like cartoon characters. Waivers are another favorite plot twist. A waiver can matter, but it is not magic, and it usually does not protect people from every kind of reckless behavior. If a child, elderly person, or volunteer with health limits got hurt, that can matter a lot too. We ask whether the organizers ignored clear risks, because we all thought it would be fine is not exactly a legal shield. Medical proof matters because injuries need a paper trail of their own. We connect the dots between the accident and the harm, so the other side cannot say, with a straight face and maybe a little theater, that you just had a bad day. Sometimes the case involves more than one company or group. You might be dealing with a church, a retreat center, a transportation company, a camp operator, and maybe a contractor who left a hazard behind like a bad guest. If the trip was outside the country, things can get spicier, and not in a fun way. You may need to deal with local laws, travel insurance, and records that are harder to get, which is why preparation before and after the injury is a huge deal. We also look at what the injured person was told to do. If staff gave unsafe instructions, skipped training, or rushed people into activity, that can show negligence, which is just a fancy way of saying someone was not careful enough. A lot of people feel guilty about filing a claim, especially when faith and community are involved. But asking for help after an injury is not an attack on belief. It is just a way to make sure the harm does not land on you alone like an unwelcome backpack. The goal is to prove what happened, who had responsibility, and what the injury has cost you. If you want to learn more about how these claims work and how we help people sort through the chaos, check out our links in the description below to learn more about our company.